And there's no guarantee that this drone is gonna stay flying. It's kind of cold outside. A lot's changed since my last video. I'm just gonna have to film this when I get back home because it's too cold and my technology is freezing. My GoPro's toast and my drone is toast. So anyways, I'm running at least. Why losing weight won't automatically make you a faster runner? Every runner thinks by dropping weight, it means you're going to run faster. And it sounds true at face value. That's what I thought. And, I lost 30 pounds and I wasn't any faster at first. But today, I'll show you why and what actually works. Look, losing fat helps, but just losing weight is not only the only answer. Look, if you lose muscle or you don't train right, you can actually get slower. And that's part of the problem that most runners don't see. So here's a little bit of my story. Like, I lost 30 pounds. And look, I felt fantastic. But my run times had hardly moved and I was eating less, but I wasn't training smart. I wasn't doing the strength work. I wasn't fueling properly. So I stayed kind of stuck. And the change came when I stopped only chasing the scale, but I started running slow by heart rate. Did short strength training sessions and I ate enough protein. And after a few months, my pace came down and my runs felt easier. Weight didn't just do it alone, training did. So why does this happen? Right? There's two simple facts when it comes to this. Fat literally is dead weight. And losing excess fat can save energy, and that helps. But muscle makes you strong and fast. And if you lose muscle, you lose power, and that hurts your running. So if you diet hard and lose muscle, you might be lighter maybe, but you are also weaker. That's what I found for me anyways. And that can slow you. Look, there's some science behind this. Studies show the same thing. People who lose fat and keep or build muscle improve more. People who only cut calories often lose the muscle and lose the fitness. And bottom line, losing fat helps, but only if you keep your fitness and your muscle. And carrying extra weight, this is good news, okay? You can get faster by doing two things together. Lose the fat and build the fitness. Don't try to starve yourself to being fast. Do both the right way. I've gone down that road many times, and it can kind of have diminishing effects if you don't do it correctly. So here's what I would do, right? And there's no fluff in this. Start with these 5 things. I would build an aerobic base, run easy most days, keep your heart rate low. And if you can talk while you're running, then you're running in the right zone. Aim for steady, easy miles, and this grows your engine. Now, the other thing I would do is a number of short strength training exercises a week, and these can include squats, lunges, push-ups, planks, bridges. And look, strength keeps your muscle and makes each step stronger. And if you combine them all together, it's a recipe for success. Next thing is, not fueling enough when you train. So you're not eating enough protein after workouts. Don't cut the calories so low that you feel weak. You need to be able to fuel to get faster and aim for a mix of both carbs and protein around your runs. Something that I've worked on over the last little while, right? So you can have grains, beans, tofu, veggies, right? Protein shake. But you want to be able to lose the fat slowly. Drop like half a pound to a pound a week if you want to keep muscle, right? If you lose too much too fast, then you may be losing a lot of muscle and you don't, and that may slow you down, right? If you lose the strength and the energy, it's not a good thing. Now, something that I've done is I've tracked the progress, right? Is there a right way, wrong way, whatever the way it is? Just don't watch the scale every day. Right? Track pace at a set heart rate or do a 5K test once a month, do a MAF test. If your pace is the same, heart rate improves, then you're getting faster, right? MAF tests are a cool way to see where you're at. Now, there are some common mistakes around this. Some of the mistakes that I would like to avoid is like, look, starving yourself to lose weight. Look, I am a fan of intermittent fasting, and I'm a fan of doing a 7-day fast, even a 21-day fast. But one thing I have learned is while it may be fine to do that for a period of time, running 2 hours a day while you're fasting, it could work for some people. It did work for me for a period of time, right? It was able to kickstart my body to get my metabolism burning like really well. Did I improve? Did I get faster? Yes, I tapped into my fat storage and it worked really well. But the other thing you have to understand is you do lose some muscle. So unless you're doing things to be able to keep your muscle, specifically when you get older, then that may be a problem. And for me, I'm no spring chicken. I'm getting older. And as I get older, I want to be able to maintain the muscle that I have, if not maybe get more of it. So maybe not fasting for so many days and right? Sure, you could do like a 3-day fast. It's good. Resets the system. Maybe a 7-day fast. That's cool too. I've experimented with all of these things. Do they work for everybody? I don't know. It worked for me for a period of time. I enjoyed it. I was younger when I did it. But, does it work for everybody? I don't know, right? Everybody is different. So you want to make sure that you get the right information. Look, I'm no doctor. I'm no physiologist. I'm a runner like you wanting to improve. So if you're overweight, if you've got some medical issues going on, you may want to consult with your doctor, right? That's what I would do. That's like step one. Start with your doctor, let them do an EKG, see where you are, talk to you about, maybe what kind of medications you're on. I don't know. Like you need to get a full checkup to make sure that you do this the right way and you don't hurt yourself. People think that, look, you could just go out and run and everything's going to be fine. But look, as we get older, we don't know what's going on the inside of our body. We may look fine, we may feel fine, like physically, we may move all of our limbs, but we don't know what's going on in our arteries. We don't know what's going on with our heart. We don't know internally what's happening. And I think that is a point that a lot of people miss. So you may want to get checked out first before you start kind of going down this road. So when I started running, I wanted to be able to run all the time. I didn't want to do anything else. I didn't want to stretch. I didn't want to do any strength work. I literally just wanted to run. But that's a mistake as we get older. And that's something that I've learned. So skipping strength work is, I would say that that's a mistake, okay? Getting into the gym is a good thing to do. Working out heavy on the weights is good. Short reps, but heavy. That's what I do. And it works really well. And I've built up more muscle than I've had in a long time. I have to. I'm getting older. I don't want to be able to fall apart. I want to be able to keep going the distance. Now, because I like to run so much, right, doing too many hard runs and not enough easy runs, that was a mistake too. So I had to really change how I thought when I started using the Maffetone method. And that's kind of when I came to the realization that, wait, what I was doing was maybe not necessarily right for me. I needed to do something a little bit more comfortable. And so that's when I kind of started doing this slow running thing. And it's worked out really well. So too many hard runs and not enough easy runs, I think that is a mistake that a lot of runners make as well. And like I said, expecting instant speed from weight loss alone. Look, that can be a common mistake. Our bodies are more complex than that. Sure, I could lose all of the weight that I want, but is it going to make me a faster runner if I am not running correctly and I'm not fueling correctly and I'm not recovering and I'm not doing my gym sessions, right? It's combined. All of it is all tied together. It's a multi-pronged way of doing things. You have to look at it. You can't just do one thing constantly. Sure, you may get faster in the short term, but long term, you may end up broken. I know for me, look, when I go out for a run and it's hot, let's say it's 30 Celsius, let's say it's like 75, 80, 90, 100 Fahrenheit. Here's the thing. How much weight do you lose just because you've sweated all out and you're dehydrated? I know for me, that's like 4 pounds. In 1 hour, I will sweat out 4 pounds. But am I any faster at the end? No, man, I'm not faster. I'm slower, right? So you could take somebody who's really overweight, who's a beginner runner, and you could drop the weight and they could run and they may see faster returns. But you get somebody who's already pretty much at their race weight, and you don't want to lose much more weight, right? You want to be able to maintain that. So you have to start looking at other things to help improve your running when you get to that level, right? Maybe start doing threshold workouts, right? Maybe working on your VO2 max, right? These are some other things that could be what you need to do to improve. But just losing weight alone doesn't make you a faster runner. Not everybody. Some, just it depends on who you are and where you're coming from and how long you've done the sport for. So again, something that I've experienced. I've gone through this. I've been skinnier. I've lost the weight. I've gained the weight back. I've lost the weight. I'm always a work in progress. I like food. So this is what I will say is do the slow, smart stuff and you will see the change. Lose the fat with good food, build fitness, easy heart rate runs, short strength workout. That combination is what made me faster after I lost the weight. And will it work for you? I don't know, because I'm not you. And only you are going to be able to figure that out, is if you go ahead and you get out and run. Look, if you like this video, if you like watching any of these videos on how to train by heart rate, look, I appreciate it if you could drop a like, subscribe, comment below. It does really help me. And if you've got access to the hype option, I haven't seen it, but hyping the video also is a cool thing that you can do to let me know that you do like this video, or any of these videos for that matter. But like I always say, get out and run. We'll see you on the next one.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again.
That has to be the saddest state of affairs I've seen in this waterfall.
And every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Neon lights in the fast lane life, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end.